Virgo, welcome back for your August reading. Okay, now if you're wanting to know what's happening, at a very basic level astrology, you can have a look at the very brief videos I've done for that. So when I mention these elements and these aspects in the video, if you're like, what? You can go have a look, but it is at a very basic level. Okay, now, like I said, if you are new, welcome. And if you're wanting to book a reading, you can go to the link directly below. Otherwise, thank you. And please like if you like the video. Okay, the energy you're coming in this month with, you're wanting to push things uphill, okay? It might be people are pushing your button. It might be that you're wanting to push a situation forward and you're wanting to move beyond it. It can be that you're getting that fire in your belly and you are making some real big changes and big choices. But again, being in a retrograde, some aspects of this can make it hard. Now, the choice as such, it can be done. But, and it's funny because I just heard that song. Oh, I'll have to put a link directly below. It can be done. I'll have to write that down now because you've got choices. Martika, I think it is, can be done. It's quite a spiritual song. Now, you've got choices to make. So you're getting to a point where you're wanting to push it. And it's like, yep, I'm getting this done and know what it is. Now, in a retrograde, Jupiter's direct. And I think that's by the 10th. Don't quote me. So that, even in a shadow period, it can be a bit slow. But you've got all these ideas coming through. And that probably would have started happening 3 weeks ago, I would say, because energetically a lot of us were just having these ideas and wanting to move them forward. But again, with the retrograde cycle, even in a shadow period, it does make it hard for us to implement and jump the gun in those areas. So the choices that you have are things that you're wanting to choose, and it is something you want to move towards. You may not think that right away, but you actually are going to have the clarity in that area. Now, your passions, your pursuits, or your vices, what's crowning this area? It can be a connection. You're passionately looking at your connection and making choices, and wanting to move things forward. It can be that you're taking it to the next level or saying, however it's going to be. A lot of these energies are going back into the past and moving forward. It may have been you felt you were living there so long that you have done a lot of that energy work already for some of you. If that's not relevant, we will see through the reading. But you're wanting things that you apply your energy to passionately. What you're wanting is a passionate connection, an outcome that is glorious, abundant, and full of love. And it may be you're having regret of how you applied your energy, or you're having a regret of a situation. But this is going to be relevant for you, how it fits. In your money area, by your heart chakra being open, you can co-create and manifest financial abundance. It can be you're very content with all you have, or you're coming to that place. Now, if you manifest this, know that everything you need will come to you. When we get the blocks, it can be that we're fearing something. So we are definitely co-creating that whole blocking energy of money coming to you. It can be where you've applied yourself when you're reaching a point in your finances where you're tying up loose ends at a financial level, and it will be something to celebrate. Now, in your money sector, this can also, even if you're not feeling like you're loaded, it can be that you're going to need to use some money at a party for a celebration, for something. So be mindful for this. This could be marriage. It could be a plan that you're having and knowing what it's going to cost. So this could be a future energy as well. It can be that you're feeling super excited on the money front. Remember, don't be too cash happy at the moment, because you may have buyer's remorse in some areas. Just really meditate on what you're spending your money on. It's not you can't during a retrograde. It's meditate and sit and read the fine print and then invest. So don't use planets as excuses not to apply yourself more, because again, some of it can directly connect to where it is in what house. So with that being said, be careful, be gracious with it. What you give is what you get back, but don't have an expectation connected to that. In your health area, now you're going to have to work with your body as a team, with people as a team. There is hope in the situation. There might be appointments or things that you're doing to move your health forward. It can be you're looking at fine-tuning what is working and you're making different choices, or you're having aha moments about it. And it can be due to you having a party that you're actually looking at this and going, okay, how can I change things so I can moderate the way in which and control the way I deal with my health in a balanced fashion. Now, how you do that? Various ways. But it can be talking to particular people, but ultimately it's whatever the area is in the health zone. It's finding that happy balance for yourself, doing the research, talking to various people, but also get in touch with you to feel, number one, is there a block? And if there is, deal with that block. If there isn't, and it's just there might be a separate energy, it could be chakra related, it could be you need to go to the doctors, but you're trying to get everything back in control and you're making a choice, or a choice will be made. But have faith in that situation because it is moving forward. Okay, work. And again, this could be what you're working on in the health zone, what you're working on in your love zone, or an actual job. Now, it is going to take effort. And again, don't get all up in your head because, again, it's retrograde. But what you will find is this is a perfect time to see the flaws in certain plans. So to get it back on track to where it needs to be, it's going to take some work because you're having a flood of ideas. Try and keep a notepad and pen with you because as these ideas come through this month, it's going to be insane. So you'll be to a point you'll think of something to do in your relationship and you'll have an aha clarity moment. If you've absorbed it and learnt it, that's fine. You don't need to write it down, but it may be ideas you have for your future or what you want to work towards, and you have this aha moment and it gives you so many options that it makes more choices. So write it down in a list and then weigh up the pros and cons in areas. And with what you're working on, the flaws and the plans can be from past tense applications of energy and maybe how you can change it and balance it now. Now, some of the work may be spiritually as well, especially since the planets some of them are very spiritual orientated, where we are going into the deep abyss of ourselves. So it might be you don't really want to go there because, they are some real emotional, painful triggers. And you're thinking, God, do we really have to go back down over old gravy land? Because, it really wasn't fun back then, but you're looking at it. And some of it, you're looking at, again, the effort you need to put into something and do you want to do the work in it? So where this comes in, this is positive because you've got the what energy do I put in, responsibility, and your willingness and what you're willing to do and who you want to join with, your tribe, your group, yourself, your expectations, and what you don't feel willing to do. So it's an oxymoron really, but it's positive and it's very normal when it comes down to what the planets are. So when you're going left or right, actually look at it as a positive because you've been shown what you don't want, but you've also been shown what you do want. Now the steps is to write a list and an action plan, which is the foundation, to move that goal forward. So you can tick each box to start moving that energy forward. And then you're not going to feel stuck in that stagnation of, I've got choices. How do I do this? Well, yes, you have choices, but you also have power, you have tools, and what are you going to do with it? Spiritually speaking, yes, you're being cautious, but that's okay. I've given you an action plan. So now try and apply that. You don't have to, but it's a tool and you have some tools that work. So if it means meditate, meditate. If it means know that things do a 360 and you're willing to wait that out. But what is divinely guided will happen and some big choices will be happening. Now, spiritually speaking, you may feel you're reaching another level. You may feel that you're getting to a point where you're working out some of the shadow aspects of yourself, that, you know, you have gained some skill through your spirituality. And you've gone up a level. You're coming out of your shell. You're getting to a point where even through that darkness, there's going to be light coming through. Now, what you're not seeing coming is happiness. Okay? What's blocking you is by getting triggered by happy people as well. And you're looking at them and it's like, why are they so bloody happy? Or it could be that your happiness has been blocking other dreams. So it's not that you don't have it. It's that you had invested so much time in one area of your life that it became blindsided to a point of other aspects of your life, which are now coming up into highlight. It's like, hey, did you forget this? What is coming that you're not aware of is a journey. So again, this can be a spiritual journey. This can be the road you choose to walk down. But something that is coming is a journey. So there may be a trip. It might be emotional, spiritual, or 3D. Relationship, how you're feeling. Now, this is for couples and singles. Now, when I say singles, it could be you're thinking of a person. Some of you, this could be the twin flame. However this relates to you, the energy of the quadrant and the energy of you is you want to communicate. You want to declare something. It can be forceful communication. Now, planetary related, be careful with your throat chakra and your communication, because I can tell you it's already started for me. And he said, she said, she said, he said, and then you're looking at the person and you don't quite know what they're saying, and they probably might not know what you're saying. And it's even at the most basic level at this point. So don't take everything too literally. Don't get triggered if they don't hear what you're saying, because we are all up in our heads at the moment. But they're going to be fair about it. You know, they understand. They want justice to be there. They want it to be balanced. So, you know, be it you're in the partnership or you're waiting for this person and you're thinking on this person, they do want things to be balanced. So, you know, it's almost like the laws of attraction. There needs to end, karmic cycles need to end, which is old energy, old lessons. We're writing new chapters now on new footings. Now, the energy between you is, you know, it can be very playful, it can be very loving and sensitive, and you can be thinking back to when it was like that. Because like I've mentioned in the other videos, apart from I don't think I did an Aries and Leo, some of the energies that do come through at the moment, because we are going retrograde and we are mentally going back in our minds about past tense energies, be cautious looking at videos and discern between what's coming through as an old energy you were holding and what then is morphing into a reality right here, right now. Now, if you want to bring the past back, could be bringing a person back. It could also be remembering that time of when everything was very simple and beautiful and romantic. It can also be that you're thinking that this needs to come back and you're now going to have to make some choices in order to do that, to get the balance. Now, both of you have the actions and tools. It takes two to tango. So how they apply their energy is their situation. How you apply your energy is your situation. The feelings you have, the feelings they have, they're separate energies as well as combined energies. But until things are balanced, that's when things flow. Now, it can be that both of you emotionally and spiritually had been doing so much work, maybe feeling unwell. Some of you going through the dark night of the soul. It could be that they're going through the dark night of the soul. However this relates, remember, these energies can swap. Understand that this cycle is difficult because we're in retrograde. So it's almost like we're going like that. And we're kind of going out of it. Now, I'll leave it at that. And if you are wanting a booking, like I said, you can come through to the website. And if you are feeling triggered, I do live sessions as well in support. But there will be a lot more videos coming of different natures to actually help us, you know, move through our blocks, manifest, release energy so that we can move forward. And that, yeah, so stay tuned. There will be some exciting videos.